Hi there guys, welcome back to the mushroom market. I hope you've all been doing really well. So I'm back here today to share with you guys my second round of stash packs. If you guys remember, probably around 6 weeks ago I did release my first pack of stash packs and I had quite a bit of interest in them, so I thought I would create more. So this is what these ones are looking like. I was supposed to have them ready a few weeks ago, but then my whole family got sick, so it got pushed back a few weeks, but they're ready now anyway. So what we've got here is I've got what they look like on the inside and what they look like wrapped. So this is what your stash pack will come like. It comes wrapped in this pink tissue paper with this paper doily, this ribbon, and this little vellum scrap pouch, like the ones that I made on camera the other day. And it will come with a little handwritten note as well. So that's that. I'll pop the finished product here aside and I'll bring this one back. This is what they look like when you open them up. Now these packs, they are similar to my first lot, but they are also a little bit different. So they do have a little bit more inside of them than last time, so we'll go through everything and I'll show you anyway. So these ones here, they come in a clear sort of A4 size pocket, but because I did make a bit more in these packs, I have got two here, so you'll receive two of these sort of clear pockets here. The first pocket has a bunch of mixed papers, and then the second pack here has got everything else. So you get this piece of paper here at the front. It's just got my little card on it, and this will detail everything that is inside your stash packs and just saying thank you very much for purchasing and all that kind of stuff. So that sits behind this little band here. These bands stayed exactly the same. I really like them. And we'll just dive in now and I'll show you everything that's coming in these stash packs so you can see. So the first thing is these sort of mixed papers, and they'll come separate, and we'll open them up and we'll go through all the papers here. Just a small sort of mixture of papers just for you to have fun with, perhaps in your journals and things like that. So seal that up. So they're a mixture of papers and sort of stationery. So the first thing is here you'll get a lovely card. I just adore these cards. They are blank cards and they come with an envelope. So this part of the paper pack here will vary just in the sort of the card design. So I've pulled over some other packs so you can have a look at some other examples. So there'll be florals. Maybe you'll get one that is like a painted card, or actually this one's a floral as well, but it's from a different set. Same with this one, it's a floral but it's from a different set. And I think there's a couple of these ones here which have these beautiful thatched cottages on them, so you might get a different card. So I'll just pop these ones aside. Then we've just got some loose fun bits of paper, just a mixture of things. So this is some Chinese sort of script here, some vintage atlas paper, stationery pieces, so thank you pad, and this is like a little teacup writing pad. This vintage sort of carbon paper. There is this stamp paper. I love these because I love to be able to cut the images out. You guys might have seen in my haul video the stamp catalogue that I like to get. There is this beautiful, I think it comes from a wildflower book, I'm pretty sure. So this image here, there is some ledger paper, there is some Edith Holden book page. I kept them, when I sort of pulled them out of the book, I kept them attached so that you've got two pieces here and you can use them however you want in your journals. So this one here actually has a lot of images on it, but you might get one that's got images and writing. So there is a few pages of those. We've got a little piece of eco-dyed paper here. So I think this one's got some maple leaves on it. We've got this piece of paper which is actually from a pilot's logbook. This is really fun to tea stain. There is the sign-on, sign-off attendance record sheet, some vintage grid paper. This is sort of school, I don't know what you would call it, but it's, yeah, it's kind of like a puzzle, but it's for year 3. I don't know what you would call these pages, but they have fun with them in schools. There is this large blue lined paper that came from a large analysis book, and this one too, it's kind of like a blue ledger paper, but it did come from another book that was called Analysis. And there is this vintage sewing book page, so just sort of a mixture of papers here just to have fun with, whether you want to tear them up and play around with them or pop them in journals and things like that. So just pop all these back, guys, and I'll have to fix it up later. So that will come in a separate little clear pocket there. And this one is your main piece here, so you've got your belly band here with the piece behind it, and we'll dive right in. As you can see here on the back here, this is vintage wallpaper. It's very vintage wallpaper, so those are large sheets that are at the back, but we'll check those out at the end. So the first things here you will get is some vintage wallpaper pockets. So you get 5 in each packet. This one is this lovely blue floral pattern here. Each pocket may be slightly different because the different sections of the wallpaper. And then this lovely yellow, sort of a floral design as well. And same goes with this, you might get some that's a bit white in this piece as well, or more yellow. So 5 in each of those, so you get 10 wallpaper pockets. You will get a little packet of scrappy embellishments, so you'll get 10 scrappy embellishments in this pack. Each one is completely different, made from different scraps. You might get different coloured thread, that kind of thing. They come in my little lovely little clear pockets here. Some people did ask, where do I get these little pockets from? And the answer is AliExpress. AliExpress have these, and they're only a few dollars. I love them. They make everything look really, really beautiful. So 10 scrappy embellishments there. These are your slotted pocket dies. So there is a packet of 10 of these. Each of these are different. They're cut from different pattern paper. So the last time I made these, I put them in my mixed dies packet, and I put about 3 in, and this time I decided to make a whole packet on their own, so because not everyone has this die, and it's a really fun die to use. So different patterns here for your slotted pocket dies. So you will get 10 of those. This one here is the same as my last pack. These are a mixed tags pack, and you get sort of 10 regular size tags and 20 sort of mixed smaller tags. They're sort of different shapes and sizes, so I'll show you what I mean. So these are the sort of larger size tags. You'll get different, every single tag has a different pattern on it. And then the smaller ones, they also have different sort of styles. So you get 20 of these little mini tags, little oval ones. I'll just pop those on top and pop them away later. So here we've got this tiny little mini envelope that I just decorated up here. They might be decorated a little bit differently on some of the others, and they've just got stickers inside of them. except for one that's not a sticker. I'm sort of thinking now, I probably should have put it in one of my other packs, but I didn't. They're in here. So I'll just pull out the little packet of stickers here. It's just a little mini envelope here that you can reuse if you want. This is the only thing that's not a sticker in it, is a floral sort of a note card. You might notice these, they went into my birds, butterflies and botanicals pack last time, but this time I popped them in with this because I also put in the floral stickers into this pack. So you have got 3 sort of floral stickers here. Then you've got 3 butterfly stickers. So I was contemplating whether I should have put these in my birds, butterflies and botanicals pack, but I thought I'd make a little sticker pack on their own. So 3 of those. There is 3 of these sort of stamped stickers. There is a couple of these lovely stickers here. Each one will be different because, yeah, they're different stickers. And what do we have here? Just, yeah, a couple of other little fun stickers in here. So that's the tiny little mini stickers pack. Just pop this away, guys. Here we have the mixed dyes pack. The same as last time, you get 30 mixed dyes. I think to be safe I probably throw in a couple of extra, so you know, 32 or something. These are a complete mixture of papers from my stash. This here is some eco paper, and I think there's atlas and bits of wallpaper as well that have all been cut into different sort of shapes and sizes of dyes. Have a wee look. See what we've got. Oh, this piece is a little embossed piece. Yeah, handmade paper, scrapbooking paper. So here, there is vintage wallpaper here cut into a die. So yeah, all different mixtures of things. These ones here come from my Wildflowers of the World book, so lots of fun there. Because I get a lot of offcuts and things, and I don't even want them to go to waste, especially for these beautiful vintage pieces and that. Yeah, there's some eco dye, there's some more wallpaper, atlases and things, so different shapes and sizes and that, and you'll get 30 of them. So here we've got a little fabric, sort of a sample pack. It's got 5 different sort of squares of fabrics. My reasoning behind this is just so you can cut them up and have fun, maybe on embellishments and things. So I just randomly cut squares, so you will get some that are different. Yeah, every single pack will be different, I think. This is what's in this one, so different designs here. Oh, there's one there with grapes on it. And this one, so 5 little squares there for you to just cut up and play with. In this little pack here, it's different from the last one. I do have some journaling cards, so there is 5 sort of 4x6 cards, I believe, and 10 3x4, and they're just a mixture from my stash. So I'll open them up anyway, so you can have a look. But each of the packs are different, so they might have different journaling cards and things. You can make like fun little pockets and things. I made some, what did I call them? I don't know what I called them. But if you look back, there's a video of me using Project Life cards. Just a mixture of different cards. Yeah. This is from a really old Project Life pack, actually. And then 5 of these larger ones, so it's in sort of an atlas themed one. This is a really funky purple and blue one. So they're all different and fun to use in your projects or your journals and things like that. So we have got here our paper bag, our mixed sort of paper bag. In the last packs I had like a brown one. This one I went to Daiso and I found these really cute sort of cat bags. I don't know what they're saying, it's in Japanese. It's kind of a see-through bag here and it's really smooth. So that's all left open so you can reuse the actual bag. And then inside this is it's just a mixture of things. So I'll pull everything out here so you can have a look at the little mixture of goodies in here. So we have got 2 vintage playing cards. I did show these in one of my haul videos. So fun. This one's got, oh, this is from Switzerland and this is like a sailing boat. Then we've got 3 vintage lottery tickets here. There is 2 vintage recipe cards. There are 2 of these blue index cards, and at the back here, actually let's pull that aside, there is this postcard. I grabbed a booklet of postcards from an op shop. They will range, so this one's from the Grand Canyon. There were some from the Grand Canyon and then some from, oh I'm sorry I can't remember, but different scenery on each postcard anyway. And then we've got a bunch of these sort of scorecards, so these are mostly bridge I think, and you get 2 of each, so that's a different size one there. There is these ones, this one's here really sort of see-through. This one's not bridge but they're fun as well, so you've got a total of, let me see if I can pick this up, 4, 6, 8 sort of score sheets to play around with in your journals. They're great. I love to add them and sew them up the top and like have them as sort of flip ups and things like that. So these are all the little bits and pieces that you'll get in your sort of mixed paper bag. Just trying to keep them all together in a group so I can pick this up after. It's such a fun paper bag. I really love this. To go back and get some more. Alrighty, so I'll pull out a few more things here. So we have got the handmade paper pack and the birds, butterflies and botanicals pack. So I'll open up the handmade paper. I think maybe you can see anyway. So for this one I've got 3 colours of handmade paper. I do have mint green, petal pink and purple. So in each pack you get an A5 sheet that's just plain, and then you get a smaller square that has been embossed. Each of the embossing is different and the same goes for the tags. So actually I will open it up so you can see. And yeah, this is handmade paper, so bear in mind that each pack will be different. You might get some that's, it's hard to explain, but some might be a bit thinner in weight than others, some might be a bit thicker, some might have just variations, little pieces of white and flecks, and it's just the nature of handmade paper, you know, so it's not 100% perfect, it never will be. So this is your mint green handmade paper, this is the petal pink, it's a bit upside down, that's the rougher side, and this is the purple. So these are the tags, so each of the embossing is different on here. I love this one. I found this gorgeous embossing folder actually, and it's these lovely flowers on it. And there's the lovely flourish one, and this one is a script. And the same on this. It's that lovely, I love that design, floral design. This one is leaves, and this one is the flourish design. So that's the handmade paper pack. So next we've got our birds, butterflies and botanicals pack. A little bit different to my last ones. I I made these pockets here for the birds to sit in because my last packs I was trying to pop all the lovely birds around the front, and they were moving about and things like that, and I want them to stay put, so I made these little collage pockets here for the little birds to sit in on this one. And the stickers that were in the last packs are now have been moved over to the little mini stickers pack. So, but we'll open this one up and see what's inside. Sorry guys, I'm just watching my cats. I've got two cats that don't get along and I think they're going to fight, so I'm hoping not. Okay, so yeah, here's the little pocket. Each of these are collaged differently. Some might have red stitching or pink stitching. And they're just filled with hand cut birds, so you'll get 10 hand cut birds that are all different. I think one's fallen down there, this one. So, but they all are just sort of sitting in this little pocket. So there's that. It's made out of a book page, a vintage book page. Then we've got two of these little pockets from my Wildflowers of the World book. Each pocket will be different in each pack. There is a couple of hand cut botanicals. There are lots of these sort of hand cut pieces here. So there's this lovely floral, it's orchid on the back. There is a handmade envelope from a vintage book. This bottle brush actually from here in Australia. I think this is Wildflowers of Australia book that I think I got this from. I think this little vintage image of a bird here. This vintage image of a butterfly. This vintage sort of floral image. There are these two, I don't know what you'd call these, sort of a plant index sort of card, I guess. I managed to pull them out, and on the back they've got sort of just the description and yeah, details about the plant, when to plant them, what season and that kind of stuff. So I thought those were quite fun, so I popped two of those in. There is a book page that has butterflies on it. This book page which has birds on it. Each of these pictures will be different in every pack, and pretty much everything is vintage. They are all from vintage books. This one I threw in. I grabbed this book. I'd seen it at my op shop for quite a number of weeks and I didn't pick it up, but then I thought it might be quite fun. It was called the Birdwatcher's Notebook, and yeah, it has a checklist of Australian birds, and you'd go through and put where you saw the bird and that kind of thing. So some of these might have writing on them, like this one does. Some might have more writing, some might have no writing. And then they've got the list of the birds down there. So I thought that might be fun to include. There is this lovely image of these birds here. There is two of these, I guess they're called, they're vintage magazines, and they're from a magazine that's called, I think, Garden. I think that's what it's called. I grabbed two big binders of them, so I have a lot of these vintage magazines. It's so much fun. So this one is 1971. So they're just about gardens and florals and things like that. So the Rose Garden, October 1972. And some might have advertising and stuff on, so there's a couple of those there. And lastly, a sheet of these lovely birds here that you can leave as is, or you can fussy cut the little birds out if you want. So that is the Birds, Butterflies and Botanical pack. Sort of gather everything up messily. Now we'll pop that aside. Okay, so now we have a vintage linen. Each linen will be different in each pack. They get sent at random. This one has this lovely leaf linen in it, and yeah, each linen will be different. So for example, I'll just bring some over here. You might get ones that are like this. They are vintage, so bear in mind they may have slight marks and things on them. It's just what comes with being a vintage linen. This one's a sandwich doily. Here, they've all been hand washed and pressed as well as I could. This one here. So all different linens. Is that one? That one's like that. That you might get different sizes. They might be oval, they might be square. So yeah, lots of different ones here. It's just an example. These are the rest that I have to pack up, so that's that. Alright, I'm just going to take a little bit of a break, so I'll just be back in 1 second, guys. Alright guys, sorry about that. So this is the linen that comes in this pack with this lovely leaf on it. And I'll just pull out a couple of these things here. Alright, so you might remember in one of my haul videos I brought back a beautiful, just stunning sort of a floral curtain that I found in Knop Shop. So what I've done is I've cut a piece up. It's all been washed and ironed, and I've cut them into approximately an A4 size. So you've got this lovely piece of Australian sort of floral fabric here, and they've all got the Australian names of the plants and things like this. So this is a lemon bottle brush, grass tiger plant, handsome flat pea, that's interesting, acacia, so late black wattle. Each of these are different with different parts of the fabric on it, but I thought this would be really fun for you guys to be able to make like a journal cover or something out of it, and I gave as much as I could. So this is about an A4 size, so this would probably make approximately an A5 size journal like this, so maybe a little bit smaller depending if you wanted to just sort of, I don't know, tuck that over or leave it raw or something like that. So yeah, just a fun piece of fabric for you to use as a cover or however else you wanted to use it. So there's that one, and then we've got the same sort of size of this large piece of lace here. I thought that actually goes really well with this. I was kind of thinking, I don't know, but how cool that would look like on the binding on the spine of the journal. I don't know, I was just sort of thinking that. And this is a large piece of sort of lace tablecloth here. It's got the flowers on it, so same size, an A4 size for that one, and it's just beautiful, all hand washed. And the last thing in the packs here is some vintage wallpaper. So I'm going to take these out. Hopefully you can get them all out. Sorry guys, let me just see if I can. There we go. So in the last packs I made up some sort of wallpaper sample packs. But for this one I did get a few more rolls of wallpaper, and I thought it would be nice to share a larger piece of my sort of my wallpapers that I purchased. So this one here, these are all A4 size, so I don't know if A4 is about letter size in the US. It might be a little bit bigger than letter size. Sorry, I don't know. Quite a large piece anyway. So there's this lovely piece of blue floral vintage wallpaper. Like I said, it is vintage. It will have marks perhaps on the back, and it's a beautiful brown. So there's that piece there. This is also the same piece that is in these wallpaper pockets. And this one here, again, it's the same piece that is in these ones. It's a lovely yellow sort of a pattern, floral pattern. This one here is a brown sort of a design. It's got some flowers and things on it. You guys might have noticed this. I did make my first lot of wallpaper pockets out of this one, I think. So there is a large sheet of that. This one here, I found this roll at a car boot sale. I think it's kind of like a flea market in America. I'm not too sure, but they sell things out the boot of their car and that. So I found this awesome wallpaper here, and it's got this beautiful design on it, very vintage. There, so there's that one. And lastly, there is this lovely design, which is it's kind of like a light, there's some light brown pieces and little grey flowers here. Yeah, very vintage, as you can see. So you will get 5 large sheets of vintage wallpaper. So that is that, guys. That is everything that is in my second round of stash packs. I'll just pop this one aside. pack all that up later. The stash packs do come sent in a tough bag like this, and they come tracked with the shipping, so if you purchase one, when I send it out you will get a number and you can track this package from when it leaves my post office till it arrives in your litter box, so you'll be able to estimate when it's going to arrive to you. I think that these take around about 10 business days, so maybe around 2 weeks. Not too sure about. I'll check that out and put it in the listing anyway, but yeah, unfortunately sometimes it can take longer, even when they do say it's supposed to take this long. Sometimes it doesn't, so it's pretty disappointing with the postal service there. So they will come in that, and yeah, it'll come all wrapped beautifully like this. So these will be available straight after this video goes up. There is now 29 available. I did actually make 35. 6 of them were on pre-order and they went out a week ago. Weekish, 2 weeks maybe ago. So yeah, 29 will be available in the shop for you to purchase if you're interested. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Another quick note too is this will most likely be my last video for a little while now. I am moving now, so my house is being completed. It's pretty much completed. This week we go through the walkthrough with the builders, and depending what they've got to sort of fix up, we'll be moving in around about 2 weeks. So yeah, I've got to sort of get cracking and packing and cleaning, and I have to break my lease and do all this. I have to go and move my kids' schools, and I've got a lot of stuff to do, so this will most likely be my last video for quite some time until I'm moved into my new house and the internet is connected over there. So yeah, I'm gonna miss you guys. So it'll probably be around about a month maybe. But I'm hoping, I've got to pack up my craft room, but I'm hoping that I can keep some things out and still create a little bit until I move. And yeah, hopefully it's not going to be my last video, but it might be. But we'll see anyway, guys. I'm going to hope to leave some things out and play around a little bit, but I might just be too busy packing and moving. But yeah, anyway, if you guys want to follow me on that process, you can follow me on Instagram, which I will link down below. I generally put all that stuff in my stories and stuff like that, so a bit more personal sort of things over there. And yeah, thank you once again for watching this video, and thank you for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate every single one of you guys, and I just love making videos for you. So anyway, you guys, I will chat to you hopefully soon, but if not, maybe in around about a month or so. Until then, I hope you guys have a really wonderful month ahead, and I will talk to you soon. Bye guys.